What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we're taking a look at the DXY and the possibilities for what could happen with Bitcoin in the coming days and weeks. And we're analyzing the price of Bitcoin here also. And despite we did talk about this distribution event, this is not a level where you should be looking for short positions. The levels you should be looking for shorts is at the highs and also at the lows, looking for longs, as you can see here on the Bybit chart. Now we'll be taking a look at what are the major levels that we want to pay attention in the next coming hours and days, and what are the possibilities for the next trading setups, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into the chart, guys, because what I want to talk about here, first of all, is the DXY. There are some potential scenarios. We're going to keep it nice and simple so the audience can understand what is the next major levels that we're looking for and the possibilities for Bitcoin here. Now, I want to make you understand what we talked about the other day about this, distribution event. Yes, this is very much a possibility. It's a prediction. It's something that could happen in the next coming days. However, I want to let you understand that these lows, this support range, is not a level to enter short positions, in my opinion, because it's very hard to have very good risk management if you're getting into short positions here. I'm actually in a long position on Bybit from the lows, as you can see here on the chart. And if you want to get into these positions with me, long or short, you want to sign up to Bybit, guys. That is my favorite trading platform. You have $30,000 worth of bonus down below in the description if you want to join with me in these trades. You also have Bitflex, which has no KYC, no registration there with your identification. It only takes 30 seconds with an email and also your password. You do get a great bonus down below also in the description. Now, I want to let you know that World Series of Trading registration is 4 days left, guys. I cannot stress this enough. I'm going to be saying it every single day because I'm very excited. We ranked 20 most of the competition last year, and this year we're going to absolutely crush it for this $8 million prize pool for the top 10 teams, okay? So make sure to be patient. In 4 days, you can be joining my team here for the World Series of Trading. Now, going back here to the price of Bitcoin, then the DXY, what is going to happen next? It looks like the DXY is forming a huge, massive descending wedge, getting bounced from the lower highs, as you can see, as resistance, and lower lows as support. Now, I do personally think that another leg down is likely to happen on the DXY that could give Bitcoin a massive push to $35,000 and maybe $40,000 in the next coming weeks, guys. And I'm going to explain right away. So if we do have this major bounce here from this level where we're at right now to this resistance zone, I personally think that this is likely to get rejected. This is exactly the 100 level, as you can see here on the chart. Now, this has been respecting support and resistance very well, as you can see on this chart. The resistance turning into support right there, and the support turning into resistance again. Then this support right there is likely to turn into resistance. Look at this resistance zone right there, bouncing as support. So I would expect this rally that we're having right now, a small little rally on the lower time frames on the DXY, is likely going to turn over. This huge support from this year is likely to turn as resistance, and we are going to get that next leg down, which I think is going to be the last leg down on the DXY, because I think that the DXY is bullish for the next coming months. However, on the lower time frames, we are likely going to see another leg down here. And if that does happen, it's going to give fire for Bitcoin. And I think that we're going to go absolutely rocketing here on the price of Bitcoin, guys. So what we could see here on Bitcoin is that we are at support. So if the DXY does get that small little leg up, okay, that we're having now, right, as you can see here on the chart, I personally think that Bitcoin could get a little bit of a drop in the next week or so. Now, that drop could go all the way down to $29,000 to $28,000, okay? And that is the moment where I personally think that we could get a huge, massive bounce. We got some really good support levels to manage our risk and get into some really great trading scenarios, like I explained yesterday. Two big major levels here is the 28,800, where we do have that naked point of control, value area high. We've got some nice Fibonacci levels from these pivot levels. If we do drop from that zone, we do not get supported and lose the level, with the 27,200, which is the monthly, and the 61865 range from this massive pump that we've had the last couple of weeks, I think that zone is the level of interest. Now, of course, we could be holding the range here, looking at the price of Bitcoin. We could be holding this support level. This is no level for me to get into shorts. It's a level to long with good risk management, protecting position. As soon as I am in profit, I am in a short position from the highs and a long position from the lows. So I'm hedging here, and I'm going to let that, winning trade get into the biggest profits. So, like I said, even though we were talking about this distribution event, okay, it's very much possible that we are going to get bounced here, and we are going to go to the highs again. So it's just not a level that we would be looking for shorts. We want to short the highs and long the lows and be very, very defensive, whether we're right or wrong with these, predictions, right? So what are the next scenarios? I want to get here the Bitcoin chart, all right, on the higher time frames, because this is something that could happen, all right? This distribution thing can happen. What is the biggest resistance zone that you need to be paying attention in the next coming days is the 30,800. So if the DXY does get a bounce here and goes to the 100 range and gets a little bit of price action to the upside before having that drop that I think will happen in the coming weeks, of course, that price action to the upside on the DXY will not be bullish for Bitcoin. It will be bearish. However, if we do get that leg up right now on Bitcoin, all right, I do personally think that we are likely going to get a little bit more of a squeeze to the upside, and then as we are pumping on the DXY, okay, there's not an instant correlation, of course, all right, there's a correlation, okay, that takes a few days or it might take a few weeks, but if we do get that pump on the Bitcoin price to the value area high of the range, okay, and this is something I want to explain right away, okay, looking at the chart of Bitcoin back in 2021. If we do get that bounce to the value area high, it's a zone that I'm very much interested with the Legends trading community, where we do have the 61865 Fibonacci slightly above the value area high, and it's a level where we could fail to move here to the upside. I'm talking about the $30,800, $30,100, $31,000 range, sorry. If we do start hitting that level and consolidate, guys, it's a level that we are looking for a potential shorting opportunity with the Legends trading community. We talk about multiple different scenarios on lower time frames as well, and if you are interested in that, okay, you have also the Legends trading community link down below in the description. It is on Discord. You got a nice discount right there right now. You can join, and that is where you're getting the daily updates. Also me and Sam, another coach, that is providing all of that information and the possible setups on the lower time frames. That is if you want that more information. Now we're looking at higher time frames and levels that could get respected. What I want to make you understand here, when we do take a look at this distribution scenario, something important here on a distribution, after creating, okay, the higher highs, right? Higher highs here. This was such an obvious short position. This is why I'm in that short position on Bybit at that level, 31,700, absolutely beautiful, very, very easy to detect. You are creating these higher lows, as you can see on the chart. So you're creating this kind of ascending channel, and the confirmation of bearishness here on higher time frames that could give you that possibility of a bounce and create a lower high is this price action right there. This is already a lower low. As you can see, it did have a failed breakout from the low. It was also an obvious long position here at the level, failed to break out, liquidity grab. You're looking for this bounce, and this bounce could go to higher levels. However, the structure looks different at this moment. As you're creating higher lows and higher highs, you have confirmed the first lower low just a couple of days ago, guys, and pay attention here, because what could happen right now as we're getting the bounce to the value area high and the 61865 range, which is round about $30,800, $31,000. This is the zone that if you start creating this choppy price action, you are likely to create a lower high, and this could be part of the distribution event, okay? I'm going to get the chart here of Bitcoin from April of 2021, and I'm just going to put it on the side here so you can understand how this works, all right? How the structure changes on this distribution event. So let me just get that chart right away here on the right hand side, and I'm going to explain to you right away here with this 3-day chart. Okay, so here we have Bitcoin in the left, and I just want to explain you right away. As you are creating higher lows, as you can see here on the chart, you are creating the higher highs. As soon as you create a lower low, you're already getting beneath this low over here. So just so you get an idea, you're creating higher highs, you're creating higher lows. This right over here is already a lower low. So you have broken the structure and you could be looking for that lower high. In the case of Bitcoin, we have here this lower high that also hit the 618 Fibonacci from the pivot high. This is of April of 2021, guys. Okay, distribution event. This was a clear distribution event. Pivot high to the pivot low, 618 Fibonacci right there, creating the lower high. What if the price does bounce right now and reaches the $30,800, $31,000 range, where we could be looking also for that consolidation, right? It's important to get a consolidation just in case you do get that continuation to the upside. And if you are getting in any short attempts, you need to be very defensive. Okay, very defensive. Stop losses at break even once you're in profit, or stop losses, look at this as a swing trade. You're risking a very small amount. So this is what we are looking at. I know a lot of people will not manage to get properly into this trade because they might rush into the trade. They might just put limit orders. We do not put limit orders, all right, in the Legends trading community. We wait for levels, we wait for reactions, and then we take that informed decision. A lot of people need that guidance, all right, and that is where you want to join the Legends trading community down below in the description. So this could be very much a possibility. We are confirming a lower low on the structure here, and this bounce could actually be a lower high. And the value area high and the 618 is the level where we could get that resistance, which is around about that $31,000 range, guys. Something that we're looking for here on Bitcoin maybe in the next coming days. Okay, also to take into consideration. So make sure to stay tuned in the next coming days for this scenario, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.